maintenance things that we're continuing to keep up with the park. Our concession stand received a official A rating from DHEC. We're including little things like we're noticing people are trying to sit on these serving window counters, etc. So we hosted the county's 9/11 memorial event. We saw a really great showing for that. And we did a live local promotional story with the News 2 on September 21st. So look out for that as well. Just some quick summary of some numbers. We're still trying to get those athletic fields rented and used. The pavilion has seen a good amount of rentals for a facility like Davis Bailey. And you can see the numbers here: $1,700 in facility rentals, and the movie in the park brought in $159 in concession sales. Permanent shade structures, we're finally getting some design drawings for that. In all, it's going to be technically 4 structures. We've got 2 down here, 2 over there, 2 up top, and then a vending area for covered, sheltered vending. We've had a lot of requests for vending out there, so we're doing our best to accommodate. And just some more construction documents, given slopes of water runoff, etc. Some landscaping. If you guys want me to back up or anything, please let me know, but we're getting into the nitty-gritty here of the details of the actual structures themselves. We're following a lot of the designs of the pavilion and the concession area, so they should fit right in. Excuse me. Ashley River Park. We also hosted our first movie night on August 4th. We saw a great turnout out there. We are taking a stab at different programs like Tai Chi and yoga. Word's getting out, so it's starting to pick up. The park is Fit for Mom. It's probably our most successful program that we've offered out there. There's some of the better classes have over 20 people, but you never see less than 10 or 15 out there. It's a great program. They seem to really like it. Yes, sir.
They just had a session out there today, and they posted a picture of all of them doing exercises near the little bridge walkway that's in between where the playground and the event lawn are. It was great to see with the strollers like all by the side, and then you see them like doing lunges right next to them. So.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's a great program, and it's got a lot of following, so we're happy to be a part of it. The zip line already has had to have been repaired. It's getting a lot of use by children and adults alike. We've had a couple of trees removed around the playground that had died and didn't make it through the construction phase. We wanted to get rid of them before any sort of storms start heading our way. The first of a multi-stage signage package has been installed. We've heard great things about it, actually seeing people read them, which is awesome. Our next installment is going to be the first phase was fees and rules and regs. The second phase is going to be actual wayfinding with arrows pointing to different areas of the park. The dedication plaques have been placed outside the office, and we're also getting designs and estimates for shade structures along the splash pad at Ashley River. So a quick overview of the numbers for Ashley River. I'm not going to read it all for you guys. You guys can see it, but this quarter over 19,000 in rentals, day pass visitors over 50,000 in pass sales, and then annual pass check-ins and sales over $17,000 in membership revenue. Pine Trace, we talked about this a little bit in our last meeting. They have been reviewed by County Council, and the ADC is proceeding with construction drawings and providing bid alternatives for various items so that we can figure out what we can incorporate in the first phase. Just an overview of the piece of property. So this is where the road closed sign is, and then this is currently our entry point. The designs have this being our entry point once construction is complete. And you see Chandler Creek Trail here. And then if you can kind of see where another trail is going to cross along through here to connect the two sides of the property. So we're excited about that. Yeah. I believe you guys have seen this, and this is just our areas of interest. That's the main trail I was talking about. Bike skills course over here. More nature trails throughout here. Welcome center, dog parks, and the dog wash station over here, as well as disc golf over here.
Did you ever find those disc golf equipment?
No, I reached out, and apparently we never got them. We never acquired them. Yeah. So we're gonna have to get fresh new baskets out there. Excuse me. Just to circle back to the last meeting, the initial gatehouse, the window, and a small cat. There's pretty much the same thing, minor revisions.
Like the overhangs weren't on there last time. Was it?
Yeah, those weren't changed.
Oh. I thought there was one thing we talked about.
There's been minor changes. Some of it actually, we don't have the updated documents, but in order to save some money, for example, the dog wash station was going to be over here, right near the dog parks. It's going to save us a whole lot of money in running lines and all sorts of stuff if we put it closer to the welcome center. So we're evaluating stuff like that we can trim a little bit of fat but still provide the services intended. And the parking lot's here anyway, so they'll have to walk by it. It shouldn't take away from it. The office buildings you guys have already seen. There was no changes there. That right here is the pump track. Yeah. And I've been reaching out to different BMX groups and companies and stuff, and trying to see what we can make work out there. Nothing quite to report yet. Nice 6-acre pond. Each shelter will include barbecue, grills, patio, hopefully ceiling fans, playground in this area. And the restrooms over here. And I think we're about to get into some of the newer stuff that we've, the actual side specs for the fishing dock, a gazebo in the middle with more specific specs on size and width. Not shown on here is, and it was requested that we have stopping points with shade and benches as well.
Are they gonna do the fencing like at Ashley Riddle Park where there's those little areas?
That's the intention. And then the kayak dock.
So people are gonna be able to bring their own kayak?
Mm-hmm. With the appropriate PDFs and everything, yes. Yep. What is it? PDFs? PFDs. Sorry. PDF is a document. I've been in the office too long today. So I think this building probably excites me more than it should. It's going to have a lot of function. It'll be able to provide a lot of services that we're still working on providing at the Ashley River. But I think with this stuff built in, with all the trails, a nice fleet of bikes to rent out, as well as an area to maintain them and work on them, as well as a place to be able to store kayaks, PFDs, that is well vented so that everything dries out nicely. Real basic concession area, nothing that requires hoods or anything like that, but we can still provide ice cream and drinks, snacks, prepackaged stuff. Ice for sale. And the restroom. So Swan Drive is currently still in the permitting process. Some of these are going to be kind of hard to see without me being able to zoom in. Oh, there you go. Just the current site layout, wetlands. I'm going to get them.
South side down here, down toward the bottom.
Yeah, sir. And I'm going to.
Here's the river down here,
And
the bottom corner.
at the very end here, there's
You know
a
what?
picture that gives more of a depiction of what the final product is going to look like. We've decided to go with a concrete ramp, like a grooved concrete ramp, so that it's not crushed out. It's not anything crushed that people can slip on. It's be truly accessible for anybody who wants to use it.
Shit like a helicopter. Looks like.
And then a small dock with steps to be able to access the actual.
So we don't have to plant anything on the west edge of this to accommodate the homeowner to the left.
There's a good amount of vegetation out there. We probably want to clear it out a little bit without clearing out too much.
We got disconnected from buyers, trying to connect with them.
Hey, you've reached Wesley Donahue. Leave a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks.
Wrong number, sorry.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Wesley.
Yes, sir. Getting encroachment permits right now. A couple just came across my desk today. We're nailing down the type of landscaping. We're trying not to put irrigation out there, so we really want to make sure they're native plants that will do well in the space provided. That's something we've requested from them. I think they need to go back to the drawing board a little bit with some of them, so they're going to come back with some answers on that.
Do you have an estimated done permitting date?
You've reached the voicemail of Jay Byers. Please leave a message after the tone, and I will return your call as soon as possible. Thank you, and have a great day.
The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time. Goodbye.
Somebody gonna burn his ear.
Is that what you do when you're a council person? You fill up your messages?
You got to figure that out.
Didn't take me long, right?
Yeah.
We've had problems with this thing. Last time we tried to use it, I think, too. But this one's on, yeah.
Yeah, this one's on too.
Mm-hmm.
I just turned it on.
Just one other thing, we did ask for them to run water to the trailhead here, or the head of the ramp, with the thought, with the intention of this being phase one of a larger project. If you walk out past here to the actual Ashley River, it's a gorgeous piece of property, and we're hoping one day that we can continue this boardwalk out to more of, you know, what we were trying to avoid right now, the floodplain, and provide fishing opportunities for people as well. Couple of quick updates of Rose Rock. Restrooms, spray treated. Picnic shelters on schedule to be painted. We're doing some upkeep out there. The trails are being loved, which is great, but we need to get some rock and sand out there, and some mulch to make them more sustainable for the amount of use that they're currently getting. We're planning on. We've reached out to scouts and all that stuff to start working on that. A lot of roots need to be dug up, so we're working on that right now.
It's always has cars there.
Yeah.
Always.
And having Ashley River's presence there, we've noticed a stark decline in just people being malicious at that piece of property, so that's been great too. We're not replacing soap on the regular and stuff like that, the soap dispensers. Pedestrian connector. I wish I had a little bit more to update with this. We're doing constructability analysis on, we're kind of back at the tunnel versus the overpass, just trying to make sure that whichever direction we go, we want to do the right thing, go to the right direction. So HIT Construction is going to do that for us.
Hello.
Can you hear now, Jay?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Thank you, brother.
Texas has been getting some use. Have noticed we've had some groups out there on the weekends. You know, we've been just updating things as need be out there. And we had a meeting with the project team and the Y for the Oak Brook Sports Complex. We don't really have anything to share right now, unfortunately, but Land Group South is who we're using right now, and we're waiting on a plan with some updated edits and requests that were made by staff in the YMCA. So we're excited about that. Edisto Lakes Park. So we met at Edisto Lakes on September 12th with Stan Tech and the Audubon and staff. Walked around the property. It's a gorgeous piece of property with lots of potential. We haven't gotten anything back from Stan Tech yet, but here's just an overview. This is Wire Road. This is Pine Bluff Road. And this is the Edisto right here. It's about a mile of frontage of the Edisto. I think they're calling this 6 lakes total. The piece of property we bought is right here. It's got some great upland right here. We're hoping to incorporate primitive camping, full hookup, a campground office / small store, opportunities for people to go to kayak. Audubon seems very excited to be a partner with us, and so are we. They're going to allow passive use access to the rest of the parcel of property. So very exciting. Trails. They talked about connecting these 3 lakes to make one big kayaking experience. And so we came out of that meeting pretty excited.
Which section do we own, the 405 or the 124?
124.
Oh, but they're gonna allow access to that.
Yep. But it's passive access.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing motorized, kayaking, bike riding, hiking, and access to the Edisto River as well. So hopefully we'll see something from them in the coming months. It'll probably be a few months. So we talked about the outdoor movie at Ashley River. We saw over 300 people out there for that. That was great success. Everyone seemed to have a great time. And then at Davis Bailey, we also held another movie in the park. We saw a modest turnout of about 30 people.
Ooh.
27.
Talked about the 9/11 memorial ceremony. Saw about over 100 attendees out there. Very nice ceremony.
Bad looking salutes there.
Hmm?
You couldn't get them up.
Bad salutes.
Crazy, yeah. That guy right there. Yeah.
You gotta get them arms up.
The drip was up and bring it in there.
1, 2.
The we also had a presence at the Sweet Tea Festival. It was a beautiful day. They had a great crowd. I don't know if they've had a
Yeah.
crowd like that before, but I've never seen that many people out there for that. So kudos to Steve and those guys. And our archery was very popular as well. Got to interact with the public and have a raffle, and Mr. Rigel was out there manning the booth. So we put our best people on it.
Can't confirm there were too many people to count. There's at one point I looked out and there was just like a sea of people. Like I had not seen that many people since like Flower Town Festival. It was that packed.
Yeah, the weather was just perfect for it.
It was great for the vendors. Well, I'm friends with the one lady, and she said she did very well. And then the day after, I was in one of the other the stores and they said it was awesome.
Oh,
They had great business.
The stores were doors open and just flooded with people. So
It was good for the economy.
at Ashley River, we're going to host this year's fundraiser for Trip Raven Memorial Scholarship, and they just a couple things we have coming up, and they provide scholarships for seniors at Somerville High. So we're happy to be a part of that. And upcoming events, we're having trunk or treat at both locations, Davis Bailey and the Ashley River Park. The Davis Bailey will be on Friday, October 28th from 6 to 8, and Ashley River will be Saturday, 29th from 3 to 6. And free admission will be granted for customers to bring dog, cat food, toys, cleaning items to be donated to Dorchester Paws. And we're currently waiting on our flyers to come from the printers for that. We're going to start posting those around town, as well as we've purchased some space on the billboards.
Hey, Austin, I'm looking at the top, the Ashley River Park. Is that the printout, the flyer?
Yes, sir.
Am I missing something? I don't see the date.
Oh, yeah. Date's on for the Davis Bailey.
Yeah, it
Yeah, the
is.
Davis Bailey one's on there, but I don't see a date on the other.
Are they already at the printers?
They are, but we might be able to catch them before they finish up with that. So I'll take care of that first thing tomorrow.
Thank you, Mike.
Okay, you're welcome. I'm a reader, man. You might know that, Brian.
We'll start
I
sending
read
stuff your way.
So, I mean, I mean, just as soon as I say that, I'll just spell my name wrong, but.
You'd be amazed how long we stared at this flyer.
Oh, is that right? It's a cool design. It's really cool. It's like,
Sometimes
hey,
when you're the
look.
one that makes it, that's like when I write the minutes and then I read them back, I don't catch things, but then when you put them back out for the meetings and I reread them a month later, then I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Well, at the very least, we'll be able to get a sticker printed out to slap on them or something before we put it out there.
Yeah, well, better to have 3,000 with nothing on them and catch them before we start handing them out. Hey,
Oh,
come on
yeah,
out.
absolutely.
Everybody says, hey, let's go. And
Yeah.
somebody says, we'll win. And social media starts blowing up, right?
Yep.
And so how are you gonna get the vendors? Are you gonna reach out, like we never had it at Ashley River Park?
Yeah, so we have a Sign Up Genius, and we're reaching out to local businesses as well to let them know that we do have spaces available for them if they're interested.
You could probably get some connections from schools, because I think, don't some of the schools run a trunk or treat? I know I've been through, but it might have been a COVID type thing.
Right.
But they all had
Churches do.
they all had vendors, so.
Churches do too.
You're right, churches did also.
And-
I mean, if we're looking for ideas for vendors, that's all.
Actually, the town of Somerville is having one at Gehagen the Friday. So they'll do it the Friday, we'll do it the Saturday.
Okay.
And all the information is on the website, dorchestercountysc.gov/parks, including the date. I know that for a fact.
Okay.
As well as the link for the Sign Up Genius and stuff. We're seeing a good response from people, including vendors. We've reached out to all the departments within Dorchester County. Hopefully, the sheriffs will have a presence. Emergency management have a presence. Bring out their shiny, flashy cars the kids love, and so we're expecting a great turnout.
Bring your truck, Joe.
We're gonna have it
Oh, yeah.
so business services.
Yeah,
I think there's like 10 county departments.
yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yay, county participants.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, all you gotta do is roll a fire truck out there and everybody shows up.
Everyone loves it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is the Y gonna be there?
We have that same.
Oh,
Do you really?
you didn't coordinate?
Something for everyone.
What's that?
Something for everyone. Everybody just make
That's
a laugh,
right.
you know?
We'll get better at that next year. And last but not least, just quick operational updates. Our Facebook page has reached over 6,000 followers, so it's doubled, almost doubled since March. We've hired a office manager for the Ashley River Park, Dina Cohn. She is coming to us from business services within the department. She's going to take over the rentals of the pavilion as well as a lot of the office duties. Give the guys the ability to be out and about a little bit more, take care of some of the stuff that needs to be happening out in the park itself. We've created the new brochures. Mike, they look fine. They look okay. All the brochures and stuff. We looked at those for a long time too. New radios have been ordered. Backlog of like 6 to 8 months, of course.
Not here this weekend?
No, unfortunately not. We still have the old ones for this weekend. They work though. We have reached out to the South Carolina Department of Parks, Rec, and Tourism for a recreational trail grant. Did some research on that, submitted a letter of intent reaching out with the intention with that is to hope to extend the Ashley River Park Nature Trail to the northern side of the property. Right now it ends at the observation deck, so we're hoping to keep it going. Request for information for the adventure course and rock climbing wall released for solicitation this week, if not this week, hopefully next week, just with the things popping up on us right now this week. And we have a good amount of additional picnic tables and benches. We've heard the requests. It's about putting them together and getting them all installed and cemented into the ground. So with that, that's a good overview of what we've got going on right now. You guys have any questions?
Not happening, that's good. No. These are nice flyers too.
Yeah.
They are.
Got to give credit to Rigel on that.
Roger, well done.
Appreciate it.
Short and sweet.
Mm-hmm.
To the point. That's right.
And as I said before the meeting, I rented the pavilion,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody from the office staff to the manager to the table setup people, the cleaning lady, everybody was so nice.
That's
And
fantastic.
everything went very smoothly, and I was a very, very happy customer.
That's great. That's great to hear. I think we finally feel like we're hitting our stride a little bit out there with staffing and everything. And took a little while, you know, we really wanted to get the place open, so feels good to feel like that we're hitting an even keel. Now off to Pine Trace, right?
Yep.
Yes,
Onward
indeed.
and upward.
Were there any other questions for Austin or anyone else?
Looking good. It's nice to see these amenities and facilities in the county. Went for a long time to get going, so it's nice to have them. And so, keep it up.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
They're also on the Bailey Park, Davidson Bailey Park, on the Army and the Navy monument. The little lights sit on the bottom.
Yeah.
Those lights is out on the.
They're out at night. Okay. Yeah, we've been having trouble with them filling with water. So facilities and I have talked about it. I didn't realize that they weren't turning on at night though. So it's good to know. Thank you.
Because I was out there by night one day, and those tools out.
You said Army and Navy?
Navy.
Okay.
You're in the Army, right? You were Army, right?
Marine.
Well, you were Marines, your light's on.
We look out for the Army
And the Navy, right?
and the Navy.
One other thing, do we have a date for the next meeting? I think Roger, I think you sent something out, but
What's wrong?
The next meeting, let me check the Outlook calendar here. Let's see.
25th.
Yeah, it should be October 25th. Yep.
All right,
So,
there we go. So 10:25,
In Somerville, thank you.
Somerville, yes.
yes, 3
You
cheers.
want to
for
come
that.
back up here?
I don't mind coming up here.
Traffic.
I got Ken up here.
Yeah. It was nice.
Glad to have you.
Glad to be here.
I'm
All right,
up
well,
here more than just for this.
If there's no other business, can I get a motion to adjourn?
I motion we adjourn.
Okay.
Second?
Is there any discussion? Well, do we have a second?
Yeah, Brown. did.
Okay, sorry. All right, is there any discussion? So, hearing none, all in favor of adjournment? Let's adjourn.
Look at that.
Thank you.
I can write the time from there, 6:42.
6:42.
Oh, nine. 6:42.
Got a lot of coffee.